Hello, I'm in Łomazy in Poland. I'm going to show you very quickly the Jewish cemetery here, which was founded in the second half of the 19th century. The cemetery is now closed for burial purposes, as you may have seen from the sign. This cemetery has no surviving headstones. However, some headstones have been found. They could have been found in rural areas, or they could have been found because the Nazis devastated the cemeteries and they used the stones for their own purposes, often for making the roads harder. As you may have seen, for example, Schindler's List. We have here some of the stones which have been found in the area, and they are presented here for people to look at. One thing I need to point out as well is how in absolutely fantastic condition the letters are utterly clear, which is in itself quite unusual. The Jewish population of Łomazy was murdered on the 18th of August 1942 by Reserve Police Battalion 101 from Hamburg, aided by renegade Soviet units. Soviet prisoners of war, I should say. The people were murdered in the forest approximately 2 kilometers or so from here. I've done a video on the place of the murder. The bodies of the murdered were exhumed in 1949. They were murdered in 2 pits in horrendous circumstances, and the bodies were put here. Bodies from one pit were put into one, and the other were put into the other. And what it says here is, here rest the remains of 2,000 Jews from Łomazy and the area, murdered by the Nazis on the 18th to 19th of August 1942. Remember them. And that was put here in August of 1988. And there are stones here, as there are the murder sites, which actually recall those sites. At least I think that's the point of what they're here for. The lapidarium, I think, has been very well done. The cemetery is 13,500 square meters, so it's quite large by standards of Jewish cemeteries, particularly in rural areas such as here. So if you're interested to see a longer video, I've done one. For the moment, thanks so much for watching, and all the best from me in Łomazy in Poland.